everybody, welcome to the shop. Today we're going to get started on forging a knife from the river fire billet that we made a while back. So we're going to get the forge lit, get a sliver of that cut off of there, and get to going on making a knife. So what I want to do now, this is the river fire billet. What we have to do now is we have to take this and we have to cut about a 1/4 inch or 3/16 of an inch sliver off of the face of that. And so we'll cut it right down here just like that all the way. And all I have is a portaband. I do not have a horizontal bandsaw. So this is kind of a long process and you got to be really careful to try to keep consistent thickness and everything like that. But I'm going to give her a go and see how it works. So I think the shape I'm going to go after is this one here on top. Just a little bit of a kind of a clip. Be a good hunting knife, good good all around, just kind of larger knife to carry with you. Here's our sliver. We'll have to do some forging down. We'll forge the tip down. We're not going to forge this down a lot just because we don't want to distort the pattern. As we forge this down and stretch this out, that pattern's going to get stretched out. And so we'll forge the tip down some and forge the tang into it. But we should be able to get that knife out of this little sliver pretty easy. So let's go light the forge, get going. So this right here is about as far down as I'm going to take the very tip. I'm going to start putting that clip in there, which I did on that last heat. But yeah, we don't want to, it's going to be minimal forging on this just because we don't want to mess up the pattern that we spent so much time putting in. So the blade length on that is about 5 inches. It's actually just under 5 inches, but we're going to make a mark on the anvil where we want to mark the choil. So I'm going to mark at 5 because we'll bring that back when we grind. It's about 4 3/4 on the actual knife. So we'll mark our choil and then we'll take it over to the press and put the choil in. So we put a little divot right there. I don't know if you can see it. And that's where we're gonna go mark the choil or put the choil in with the press. We got to start on it. That's probably as far as we're going to go with that. All right, so here it is after forging. Um, it pretty much fits on there where I want it. The heel is back just a little bit, which is fine because the blade is actually maybe just a hair long for a hunting knife. I would like it just a little bit shorter than that, but it fits on there pretty good. We'll get that drawn on there and take it to the grinder. Okay, we're going to do is a quick little tidy up of the grinding area before we get started on grinding. It's kind of a mess right now, so we're going to go ahead and get her cleaned up. So here's the blade off of the surface grinder attachment. We're going to get that profile right there drawn onto this. I took it down pretty thin. It's about an eighth. Yep, eighth of an inch, which is more than adequate for a hunting knife. But anyway, I'm going to get that profile right here drawn on the blade, get it over to the grinder, and do the profile grinding on it. Okay, so as always, when I get a profile that I like to cut it out of some plexiglass and just have it for future reference. And so I've got it cut to the same as our drawing here, and we're going to do our best to get it on there. We're a little bit narrow right here, which is fine. We'll have to fudge that just a little bit, but in the length as well. So we'll fudge it just a little bit. We'll get it drawn on there and take it to the grinder. That's about as good as we're going to get on that, I think. Take her over to the grinder. Here's the blade after profiling. We stuck pretty much to the lines. I kind of changed the height just a little bit. I brought the belly up just a little bit. Kind of made it more of a, not really a sharp finger, but anyway, I don't know what you would call this one. But anyway, we're ready to start marking the center line so we can grind bevels. Take this down to the ricasso. All right, I have the height gauge set to half the height of the thickness of the ricasso, and we're going to scribe a line all the way around. Because I do believe this knife is going to have a clip, or false edge, however you want to say it. We'll flip it over and do the same thing on this side. And there, we should be able to see the center line on there. Yep, there you can see it. And right there you can see it. So we are ready to grind bevels. First thing I want to do before I start on my bevels is I want to put my false edge in up here on the top, just like that. And I'm going to try something different this time. I have this Broadbeck grinder that I bought it used. And I think it's going to work better than the way that I used to do this. We're going to bring this in here like that and just slowly bring in that false edge. So that's what we're going to try right now. I think that's going to do for the clip for right now. Now it's pretty wide, wider than I want, but as I grind my bevels in, that will shorten that up a little bit. So on to the bevels. I'm really liking the way that worked for the putting the clip in there, false edge there. This big tool rest right here where you can adjust it clear out like that and still have all this area to grind on really, really helped. That went super fast. So next we're on to our rough grinding of our bevels. We got our center line scribed and we're just going to do rough grind right now. We will fine tune everything after the heat treat. So right now we're going to get started on the bevels. here is the blade all ground out, ready for heat treat. We'll do some normalization cycles and grain reduction cycles in the next video. So this is where we're going to quit for today. Coming along pretty good. Kind of like it. All right, that's going to finish today's video. Next one, we'll get her heat treated and tempered and ready for final grinding. So thanks for sticking with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good one.